Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it is evening now. It's around 5 o'clock. And I am doing a review. And yeah, this is for our 300 subscriber special on the Trundley Close YouTube channel. So I just want to say thank you very, very much for the 300 subscribers. It has been absolutely fantastic creating films of model railways and just creating, content, going around other model railways, featuring them on the channel, which has been really interesting to see what other people's railways are like and how they're getting on with them, and what progress they're at with it. And just generally doing videos of the Trundley Close model railway. Obviously, some running videos we've had. We have got some work in progress vids coming up in that documentary film, like I promised, which will happen. It's all in a work in progress, and yeah. And here is, as promised, the start of our review series for the 300 subscriber special. Okay, so we have a little bit of light on the subject here. As you can see, this is the Heljan box. So what this is, believe it or not, a visiting locomotive to the TCRC, and it's been visiting and on loan for quite a while now. And this is basically a Heljan Class 27 diesel locomotive, number D5401, from the Knollsea Railway in Leicester. And yeah, it's been here on loan for a little while. So as you can see, this is the earlier style Heljan box, which is one of the lift up Heljan boxes. So what we do is we just literally carefully lift up the lid like so, and that comes off like this. Fantastic. And then we have a polystyrene, basically a polystyrene sheet, which is covering the model just so it's nice and secure inside its box. Okay, so here's the model. It's nice and packaged inside the box there. It doesn't have any, basically usually on these models you would have a plastic wrapping over these models, but in this case, when I picked it up from Knollsea in Leicester, we didn't actually put the plastic wrapping over it, purely because I was transporting it actually back from Leicester, as I went over there, back to the centre itself, so I was transporting it on the train back. So if we just get this locomotive out now, so it's inside this this polystyrene box here, we'll just carefully get that out of there. And there we are, and that's the box. That's how it looks. You usually get bits of detailing in these little sockets here, and yeah, that's how the box is. So here we are. This is the model itself. So yeah, basically, this particular model has been sound fitted with a Legoman Biffo V4 sound decoder, I believe. I believe it has drive lock. I'm not too sure actually if it has drive lock or not. But yeah, so basically this is what it looks like. I'm getting buzzed on my phone, which is really annoying. Believe it or not, it is actually Will Braddock, the owner of Knollsea itself, is trying to ring me up to talk to me at this moment in time when I'm actually doing a review, and he doesn't know about it on his loco. Well, he does know about it because I did promise him I'd do a review on it, and here it is. So anyway, so Will owns a little business called Will's 00 Gauge Locomotive Workshop. You can find it on Facebook. I'll link it down below in the description of the video. And basically what he does is he sound fits diesel locomotives, steam locomotives, and he also details them, hence the detail down here. So let's take a look around what he's done with 5401. So 5401 was originally a BR green yellow panel liveried diesel locomotive, and he's resprayed this yellow front on the model to represent what it looked like in 2016 to 17, I believe, its condition back then, where it had the full yellow ends on the loco. So he's gone for the current condition of the locomotive as it is today. However, from what I've known, it is going to be resprayed, and like they're going to change the livery on the actual preserved locomotive itself. Okay, so here we have some detailing now. So this is the bogie frames. We start off with the bogie frames. So these springs here, now basically on Heljan as standard, as you probably saw on my Eastleigh 33008 Eastleigh video, the springs are actually usually a little bit too far forward on these earlier Heljan models. And basically what Will has done is he's cut off the springs originally and moved them back slightly to give that effect of more realistic look of the loco. So basically that is how the springs are supposed to look on a 33, 27 and 26. All of those baby souls are Type 3 locomotives. So we've got a nice grille there, which has some nice riveting around there. Some really nice sort of, you know, nuts and bolts on there. We've got some cab detail on as standard on Heljan. They do some cab detail. There's a bit of grime and muck on the window frame there. I don't know what that is, but it's just there. So we've got nice. Basically, it's all very clear. The data panel and the numbering there is all really crisply applied. We also have detailing such as the lamp irons on the front ends, as seen there. And yeah, so basically the delivery is still currently incomplete according to the owner Will at Knollsea, as he's still got to apply the Blue Star decals on the front of the model itself. He's given a go at putting grease on the buffers there, which actually looks quite nice. I actually find that quite a nice touch. You can see the sort of greasy look on them buffers there, which is it's really nice actually. So he's done quite a nice job on that, and he's also done some really nice detailing under the buffer beam here. As you can see, we've got the chain link coupling just dangling down there. We've got a few hoses like vacuum pipes, etc., etc. We also have the ETH cable on the left hand side of the drive-in cab, as well. The model is obviously prototypical to have that on these locomotives, as they were push-pull capable locomotives up in Scotland. We've also got some slight weathering under the underframe here, which he's had a go at. As you can see, there's some slight wear and tear in the between the whatever the hell that is, the cap, or whatever the bloody hell you call them. So yeah, so we've got some slight weathering there. So he's had a go at a bit of weathering, like a light weathering on there. So it looks all really nice there. Yep. And coming around to the back end of the model. So it's the same, near enough the same, you know, same livery application, same detailing, etc., etc., lamp irons. The only difference is it doesn't have the detailing on the buffer beam, and this is due so that the actual NEM coupling there can actually move freely without hitting any of the detailing. Yeah, we've got a nice crisp, let's just have a look at that BR emblem there. It's a bit dusty actually, I need to dust that down a little bit. So it's quite a nice crisp BR emblem there, you can see it. There's the lion and the wheel, and then you've got the two British Rail stuff on the side of the logo. So it's quite nicely printed, nicely crisply applied. So we just move that rubbish over there. We move to the roof. So we have a roof detail here. So I mean, obviously on Heljan models, I always quite like the roof detail they do on these models. I mean, you've got nice riveting all the way along the roof there. You've got the exhaust ports, other bits and pieces along there. Looks really nice actually, the roof. Really quite impressive stuff. The fan isn't etched. As you can see, you can't see through well, you can just about see through there. Look, as you can see, if you just closely look, you can just about see it, but it's not perfect. And this is standard on earlier Heljan models. They did actually do a better job of the etched fan grille later on in their releases of locomotives. Another thing I do like on Heljan models is with the cab. I like how they always put this one cab window down, just for, you know, just for extra authenticism really, so it makes it a little bit more authentic that you got the driver's window down, so he wants to hear the sound of the locomotive, and that's what we're going to get to next. But first of all, we're going to talk about the head code boxes on this model. Now basically these head codes are not standard. So you see we have here, written up here, it's 2C04. So we have 2C04 written at the top there, as you can probably see there. And then on the opposite side, we have 0000, and they're wonky. As you can see, we have wonky head codes. Now this is something that Will does a speciality on, and I want this done on some of my model locomotives, to be honest. I think he does a cracking job on these head codes, these custom head codes. So basically he makes these himself out of obviously standard Heljan ones, but he moves them about a little bit to make them look more authentic, like they haven't been, like, you know, when they turn the wheel inside, that they haven't actually turned it straight, so they're slightly wonky. And I really do like that feature. I think that's a really, really nice feature of what Will does. It's really, really nice. Oh yeah, we've got the speedometer on that side there, as you can see. Yeah, there's a slight issue with that. Will's explained that. Basically, he accidentally cut the speeder at one point, which that's a bit of a shame, but it is still there, still intact. So you've got the speedometer there, which is really nice. And obviously the underframe bogie detail is all pretty much the same on this end to the other end, really. He's done bits and pieces like painting these pipes here, which is really nice touch, as well as these, obviously these caps here, they would originally be black, but he's painted them yellow, so that looks really nice. Underneath we come to the sound install. As you can see, it's fitted with a it looks like, from what looks of it, as a standard 20x40 lock sound speaker that he's placed inside the fuel tank there. So basically I can see that he's made an insertion inside this fuel tank. So he's cut the fuel tank open in order to stick the speaker inside, and he's also done extra bits and pieces like here where he's filled the air holes so it can give that more sort of bassy sound that a 27 should make. So this is really important on sound fitting locos. Always make sure that you cover the air holes with something so the sound doesn't leak out. So it's always good to seal up these holes that are around here. I mean, these ones need resealing by the looks of it, but this one's done particularly well. So you've got to seal these up in order to get it to a good sound. So that is the sound install. It looks really nice, and obviously you've seen the running videos of this model. It sounds absolutely fantastic, and I will actually at the end of this video put up some little bit of footage of it actually running. But yeah, so that is the Heljan Class 27. I really like how they've done the detailing on all the, you know, separately fitted parts like the handrails, etc., etc. And overall I think it's a really nice model. The only thing I will criticise with it is, obviously, as it's earlier Heljan, the wheels, these brass, well, these copper wheels, should I say, copper wheels, they're not the best at picking up. And obviously this was standard back in the day on earlier Heljan models, that the copper wheels weren't always the most perfect solution for picking up electricity. Also the windows. Now these windows here, these squared windows, now they're actually incorrect. Basically they should be more round. These are too square, like they are slightly wrong, and too square on this model. Now basically what it is if you look at earlier Class 26s, the windows were actually more square like this, and then basically after a little while they actually modified these windows and made them more circular, and just purely because the seals were better. So basically they had better seals on the windows when they changed the design. And basically what Heljan have done here is, and it's the same with the earlier 33s as well. So the 26s is obviously the basic moulding that they've actually used for these models. And basically they've used the same diameter and measurements on these windows as the Class 26 was of their model. And basically they based that on an earlier Class 26 with the more squared windows. And this can be incorrect on the 27 and the 33 because they were all fitted with more circular windows. So that is actually wrong, but it doesn't really bother me too much. It's still a Class 27 and it's not too bad of a problem. But that is the only criticism I have for it, really. And yeah, overall it's a really nice model. I definitely in the future will probably get hold of a Class 27 for the actual Trundley Close Railway Centre itself. But obviously for now we've loaned out this this beautiful steed here for services on the TCMR. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and yeah, you're gonna hopefully watch more in this review series. And like I say, thank you very much for the 300 subscribers and for watching this 300 subscriber special video. And yeah, so carry on commenting, liking, subscribing, whatever you guys do to support me. It's much appreciated. As much support that I can get, I'll be much appreciated for. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.